Hello and welcome brothers and sisters to another painting video. Today we're gonna paint a pair of custom Air Force Ones for the #1 podcast in the entire world, ShxtsNGigs. I know you people are probably wondering why the hell am I even doing this in the first place? And let me tell you, it was really hard for me to build up the courage to start this YouTube channel. Always wanted to try it out, but I've just been so concerned with how people would perceive me and if I would fail in the attempt of making a career out of my passion project of painting on footwear and clothing. And last year I just needed something to listen to in the background while I was painting a pair of shoes. Usually I just watch YouTube videos or I watch a stream while I'm painting, but this time I stumbled upon this podcast of these two bros who were talking about their lives, their hobbies, and they were just being very transparent about it all. And these two grown men were sharing their struggles of having to work their respective office, PT, and hospitality jobs, while also having to work on their podcast in their free time, and their motivations of wanting to quit their respective jobs and build lives for themselves that they both enjoy really resonated with me. And I thought, like, they're just like me for real. Before I started my YouTube channel, I was painting, but more as like a side hustle. But in the back of my mind, I knew it was just a hobby and it would never be more than that. But I've always wanted to make painting and creating a full-time job. But I've just been too scared of the risks, as I mentioned before. But after listening to their story of how they were scared to start their podcast, but they did it anyways and continued to show up for themselves, despite the fact of them being scared, it just made me feel like I wasn't alone. And seeing how far they've come, it also just showed me that it's not impossible. Yeah man, it just helped me find the motivation and helped me get out of my own way and start my YouTube channel. This is basically a thank you to them from me, helping me build up the motivation and courage. I will split this whole project into 2 videos. So this first video, I'm gonna make a pair of shoes for our light-skinned brother and seductive cult daddy, J Money himself, James Duncan. I asked them over on Patreon. If you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, do that. If you like the podcast, I will definitely recommend to subscribe to their Patreon, because all the content you see on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever, on Spotify, it's only half of their content. So basically 50% of their content is over there. So become a cult baby, join the cult. But I asked them over on Patreon what their favorite anime was, together with who were their favorite anime characters, and they responded to me that it was My Hero Academia. While that is an answer, I guess, it doesn't seem very personal. So I decided to go with my own gut feeling. For all of those episodes I've heard, I've seemed to recall that James loved Demon Slayer. Rightfully so, it's an amazing show, actually a fantastic anime if you ask me. I also seem to recall that he mentioned his favorite characters from that show, being Rengoku, the Flame Hashira from the Mugen Train arc or movie, and Usui Tengen from season 2, the Sound Hashira. But yeah man, those two are gonna be my inspiration for this design, so yeah man, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm now done painting the shoes for our cult daddy James, and they are looking crispy, my G. I'm actually very satisfied with the results. It's now time to start painting the shoebox, and this is of course the first impression he's gonna get once he opens the package. So let's make it a bit enticing, you feel me? So he gets a little taste before the main dish, a little as he would say. Let's get it. Alright, I've now done painting both the shoes and the shoebox. Before I show you beautiful people the final results, if you have watched this far, I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart, but I would like to ask you people to please like this video, as it helped me reach more like-minded people who enjoy anime, streetwear and sneakers. Also, if you enjoy my painting videos, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and I'm trying to build a community, so if you want to be part of that, you are more than welcome. Remember, this video is 1 out of 2, so I will be making another pair for the other co-host of this podcast, who is Fuhad. So stay tuned for that. But enough chatting. Now let's have a final look at the Demon Slayer AF1'S for James Duncan from ShxtsNGigs. Enjoy!